How do you do? I'm the Dragon Man from Dragonland, and today we're going to explain why they call me the most armed man in America. Looking back at me, look at these machine guns. Everything here works, fully operational. I have almost 200 of them in my name. I don't think anybody in the United States has that many guns in their name. Well, this is my machine shop, and this is one of my Vietnam era Jeeps. It's a 151A2, and it's equipped with an M60 machine gun that shoots 550 .308 bullets a minute. That's one of my M2s. I have 13 50 caliber machine guns, and that shoots 550 rounds a minute. And during this video, I'm going to take this out and demonstrate the 50 caliber machine gun. Around here, I have my famous Dragon motorcycle, and as you can see, it's equipped with twin Colt 9mm submachine guns. These shoot 9mm bullets. Okay, follow me. We're going into my military museum, and I'll show you some real firepower. Yeah, this here's my military museum. It's 65,000 square feet. See the size of this building? It's got 31 garage doors. I can't even fit another Jeep in here. There's so much stuff. Yeah, this is my military museum. It's got a lot to see here. I have over 900 uniform mannequins, over 3,000 working weapons, 88 running vehicles, and a room for every major country that was in a war with the United States from World War I to Afghanistan. Yeah, these are M1 Grants. See these? I have over 150 of these. They shoot a 30-06 bullet. See, it's got the bayonet on the end, and these are the weapons that they used in World War II, right through Korea. Yeah, I never work in a museum after 12 o'clock because a lot of you guys probably seen that movie, Night at the Museum. That's when everything comes alive, and I really don't want to be here after 12 o'clock. Okay, well, follow me. These are recoilless rifles. See, this is a 106 millimeter, 75 millimeter, and 57 millimeter. The only one I ever shot out here was the 57 millimeter. See that? And I shot this about 10, 12 years ago, and I ended up spending 2 days putting the dirt back on my berm. The whole backstop of the berm came down. So to shoot these bigger weapons, I have weapons so big I can't even shoot them here. I'm going to have to wait for something big to happen in town. This here is 106 millimeter. This is these two were made and designed World War II. You know, 1938 to 1945. This is the 106 millimeter. This is actually a spotting rifle on the top. It shoots a 50 caliber tracer. See, these are tracer. See that? They're coated on with coating on the top, and as these fire, that you could see it, you know, light up, especially at night, and it gives the artillery sergeant an idea where the shell is going to go. So that's called a spotting rifle on the 106 millimeter recoilless rifle. I have two of these, and these are mounted on the M38A1 Jeep. See, years ago, I used to drive around town with this on my Jeep and used to get some good looks. These are 106 millimeter shells. See that? 106 millimeter shell. And over there in the back there, we got 106 millimeter shells. These are 75 millimeter shells. This is actually a 75 millimeter shell, and that's shot out of the recoilless rifle. Now, the way a recoilless rifle fires, in the back of the breech block, there are 3-inch slots all the way around, and these are perforated holes in the shell. So when you fire it, the gas goes out the back of the breech block, and the shell goes towards the front, and it all happens at the same time, and there's no recoil. So that's why it's nicknamed the recoilless rifle. This is a 1,000-pound bomb, the same type of bomb they dropped in Hanoi in 1972. I have 6 of them. These were never unpacked. These are brand new bombs, and that's the shipping crate. That's the way they shipped them, with the steel angle-line cage. I have all different kinds of bombs in the museum. We have cluster bombs, we have napalm bombs, we have 500-pound bombs, 1,000-pound bombs, and I got a big bomb display. Okay, this is one of my machine gun bunkers in the museum, and you don't get any more realistic than this. This is just the way it would have been set up, you know, in World War II. This is a live 50 caliber machine gun. These here are 50 caliber bullets. Over here we got M1 Grants. See, M1 Grants, and these are M1 carbines. See that? All these guns are functionable. Everything works, nothing's fake. Because this is my private collection and not a government museum, everything could work. And look at the amount of bullets we have here. Thousands and thousands of bullets. We have hand grenades. I got hundreds and hundreds of hand grenades. And let me hop out here and I'll show you how they used to ship the hand grenades. See, each hand grenade was put in a canister like this, and then in a shipping box, just like that. They used the same boxes, 1938 to 45. And here, look, packed January 1943. Everything's dated, and the hand grenade is inside there with the original instructions. The original instructions say hold hand grenade, pull pin, throw, and duck. They made everything very simple. Okay, just in this one display here, there's probably 3 dozen working weapons, and we got all kinds of mortars, landmines. We have these grenade launchers. See these? These are World War II workable grenade launchers. These were put on top of the M1 Grant and fired with a blank, and they go about 300 yards, come back down, fall down. This piece of wood supposed to pop out, and then a hand grenade would go off. But of course you got to pull the pin out first before you shoot it. These are really hard to get. Luckily I have dozens of them, boxes of them. If anything big happens in town, I'm more ready than Fort Carson. Yeah, all these flares, these are all live. See, May, July 1943. See, they were never fired. We have boxes and boxes of ammunition packed. 1944, waterproof boxes, never unpacked. I have ammunition here from World War II that was never even unpacked. Everything is in the original boxes. Okay, well, follow me. We're going to show you some more stuff. These are actually World War II weapons. They're all dated 1938 to 45, and we got M1 carbines. See, that's the paratrooper one with the folding stock. We got flare guns. We have 38s. This is M1 Grants, 30-06 caliber, and these are 12-gauge shotguns. To see if you have an authentic World War II shotgun, see on the receiver it has U.S. with the fireball, military, and Remington, Winchester. They all made weapons like this, you know, for the Army. They used these to guard the prisoners. 12-gauge shotguns. Yeah, the whole museum is full of ammunition and weapons that actually fully operational.
Go ahead.
Okay, in this cabinet here we have assorted landmines. These are the M17 diaphragm landmines. See, and these are the fuses that go in the landmine. Any kind of a weight on there, like anything over 40 pounds, will push down on the diaphragm landmine and ignite it, and it's like 4 sticks of dynamite. That's how much powder is in each landmine. I have hundreds of landmines all through the museum. This here's the Liberator handgun. These were made 1943 to 45, and GMC, the Chevy company, made 1 million of these in 6 months to throw out of the airplanes so people could liberate their country. It's nicknamed the Liberator handgun, and it shoots 145 bullet at a time. And I have the original box that the gun was put in. Those are the original instructions. And the idea was the Americans dropped these out of the B-29s, the B-17 bombers, so people in, like Germany, Belgium, France could crawl out of their basements, crawl out of the foxholes, grab a gun, load it, wait for a German to pass, shoot him in the head, get his equipment, and liberate their country. So it was nicknamed the Liberator handgun. I have 3 of them. This is a scout car. It's equipped with 3 1919 30-06 anti-aircraft guns, and all my vehicles have live machine guns on them. That's what makes my museum special. These shoot about 500 rounds, 450 to 500 rounds a minute, and these were made and designed in 1938, and they used them right through Vietnam. And here's a Nambu Model 99 machine gun that came back from Iwo Jima. Unfortunately, that machine gun probably killed a lot of Marines. This is the paratrooper's aero socket that comes apart, and the paratrooper would put both pieces in his backpack, and when he lands, he snapped it back together. Over here, I have altogether about 48 swords. This is the oldest sword I have. It's over 500 years old. You take the wooden handle out, and 75% of them have the family's name engraved in the metal and the year it was made. If not, all of them have a stamp, brand of the maker, like the cowboys branded the cows. This here's the suicide sword that the Japanese carried, you know, in their belt. They would hate to be captured. It was against their religion, and it was, you know, dishonorable to their families. This here's cyanide. That's cyanide. They bite this, and you're dead in like 20 seconds. Here, we got the family pack over here. Cyanide. World War II. That's what the Japanese carried. If they were going to get captured, they'd rather die instead of get captured. All right, follow me. Okay. Yeah, this is the Vietnam display, 1960 to 75, and the hot gun in Vietnam was the M60 machine gun. It shoots 550 .308 bullets a minute, 308 caliber bullets. There are 150 grain bullets. Okay, this is the M3 half track. It's fully equipped, just the way it would have been coming off the landing craft on Omaha Beach, Utah Beach. It's got a 75 millimeter recoilless rifle and 3 1919 30-06 anti-aircraft guns. And these are M36 backpacks. This one has the original radio in it. And all these guns are fully operational and ready to go. This is the M38A1 Army Jeep. They made these 1950 to 53, and as you can see, there's a 106 millimeter recoilless rifle, and look at the size of the shell. Very heavy. This actually goes about 5 to 6 miles, and you can shoot this right off the Jeep. When you're driving around with it, the whole barrel goes in between the windshield, and it's got a clamp. This Jeep was made specifically just to haul around the 106 millimeter recoilless rifle. And if I do get a check, a bad check, you know, with Dragon Arms, this is ready to go. Right to the guy's house. Just joking. Hey, this is my Russian tank we'll come up to. It weighs 40 tons. That's 80,000 pounds. And it's got a 100 millimeter gun. And this is the tank that the Russians used to fight the, you know, the Nazis, the Germans in World War II. This is a 1945. It's a T-54 model. And it's fully operational. It's got a 12-cylinder diesel motor, a 6-speed transmission, and this is the only vehicle I'm afraid to drive in and out of the museum because my garage door is 12 feet wide and the tank is 11.5 feet wide. I only have 3 inches on each side. If I hit the wall, the whole wall is going to come down. So it's just a little scary, you know? But it's fully operational, ready to go. Okay, we're going to go to this 211 Deuce and a half. This is Vietnam era. And this truck is full of 500-pound Vietnam era bombs. 500 pounds. I have dozens of them. This here is a cluster bomb. I have about a dozen of these. These were made to be dropped out of the airplane and explode 1,000 to 1,500 feet before they hit the ground, like a tremendous hand grenade that throws scrap metal all over the place. 1,000-pound cluster bomb, they're called. Hey, well, follow me. I'm going to show you my quad mount. This here's a quad mount, and it's mounted on the M16 half-track. They use these right through Korea and Vietnam. I have two 50 calibers on there, but it's made to fire four 50 calibers. And you sit in the middle, and they go up and down 180 degrees, or all the way around 360 degrees. They were made to shoot down any aircraft weapon. See that? Each gun fires 550 rounds a minute. And Vietnam era, they put these in back of the M35 deuce and a halves, and they use these to lead the convoys, like through the Ho Chi Minh Trail. And this one here is, like everything else, is fully operational. Hey, come around here. This is my explosive cabinet. Yeah, check out the dynamite. Look at the date on the dynamite, 1942, 1943. What makes World War I and World War II stuff so collectible is every country dated 99% of everything. This is every booby-trapped hand grenade they used in World War II. We have live detonators in there that would never even open from 1945. These are live detonators on the top shelf. And the idea was to take a detonator, hook it up to the wires, push the detonator into the dynamite, and then hook the wires to the transformer. And when you push down, it puts out 26,000 volts, ignites the detonator, which ignites the dynamite. That's how they did it back then. Any questions? No, good. Follow me. Okay, this is my attack Jeep. See my license plate, Attack 1. And it's got a 308 minigun on the front. Shoots 4,000 rounds per minute. It's equipped with a M60 machine gun coming out the dashboard, and two electrically operated 50 caliber M2 machine guns. See, as you can see, they have solenoids, aircraft solenoids on the triggers, and all I have to do is cock them once and push the button on the dashboard. And in the back of the Jeep, we have ammo cans here. It weighs a ton, but if you run out of ammo, the gun's useless. All right, right here's good. Okay, this is my Nazi room. You won't see a better collection in the country than what I have here. This is the fastest shooting machine gun in World War II. It's called the MG42, 8mm bullets. It fires 12 to 1,300 a minute. The ammunition I have was packed 1938. See the date? 1938. This is the K98 8mm they had, the MP40. Then we have the MG34 machine gun, and honestly, the Nazis had the fastest and best machine guns in World War II. This whole place here is full of machine guns, K98s, handguns, grenade launchers, all this stuff that the Nazis would have used against the Americans in World War II. And I got something real special to show you guys. Okay, right over here. This is a gun belt buckle that the Nazis wore that were guarding Hitler. It's 1 of 100. That's very, very rare. You push the lever and the barrels pop up, and those are the firing triggers over there. Those are 1941 dated 22 short bullets that fit in there, and this is the cuff band the SS guy would have had on his left sleeve. It says Führer's headquarters. That's very, very rare. Let's say you get captured, right? They take away your K98, your Luger, your bayonet, your grenades, whatever you had. Who would ever think they would have a gun belt buckle? Them Nazis were really smart. Well, there's a real lot of stuff to see in the museum here. We didn't even touch a hair of it. But you guys got to come down and take the tour. It's every Sunday, all summer, until Veterans Day. At 10 o'clock, I give a tour. Or if you have 12, 15 people or more, I'll do it anytime on a weekday. Just give me a couple of days in advance. We have a million things to see here. I have 86 show cabinets full, and it would take at least 3 to 4 hours to really look at everything and walk through the whole museum. And the museum is still getting bigger. I'm not going to stop now. Right now, I feel like shooting some guns. Let's try out the 50 caliber. How would you guys like to see that? Right on, man. Follow me.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's got their ear protection in? Remember. Do not try this at home.
Yeah.